Sweat Equity Podcast and streaming show, pragmatic entrepreneurial advice with dick jokes, the number one comedy and business podcast streaming show out in the streets of the internet. I'm your host, Law Smith, co-hosted with Eric Reginger and his daughter, producing today. Hashtag Girthy ROI, hashtag 69B2B, hashtag Sweat Equity. We're at sweatequitypod.com for show notes, for places for links to listen on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Laughable, or links to watch on YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo. Go to sweatequitypod.com or look in the show notes, or just don't be lazy and then take 30 seconds without getting distracted and go to those apps and just search in Sweat Equity Podcast. Subscribe, rate, review. That all helps the podcast without having to spend any money. But if you do want to spend money with our sponsors, this episode is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Don't let your internet searches be tracked down by the evil government or big corporations. Whatever it is, try expressvpn.com/sweat. Lets you get your freak on, or just protects you in an anonymous way to search online if you need that service. Try expressvpn.com/sweat. Gives you 3 free months on an annual subscription. 3 free months. Try expressvpn.com/sweat. Hooks it up. Holler if you hear me. Tryrone.com/sweat. If you want 20% off the best fitness apparel, high end. You can see the stitching. You can see this is for, it's not for Eric and I. We're leveling up by doing tryrone.com/sweat. A lot of fitness clothing, a lot of athletic, a lot of business casual, but like real business casual wear. 20% off on if you go to tryrone.com/sweat, and you might have to use the promo code BRIDGE20. We're figuring that out. But you're getting the hookup from us, just like Warby Parker. These glasses with these on my beautiful hazel green eyes. I don't know, they change colors over years, I guess. Warby Parker, trial.com/sweat. I wear prescription glasses from Warby Parker. I've had them for 5 years. If they can fit my horse face without having to walk into anywhere, that is a game changer. Warby Parker, trial.com/sweat. Get you 5 free pairs to try on at your house. Don't like them? Boom, exchange them again. They got sunglasses. You can put in your prescription. It's all good in the neck of the woods. This is the disruptor eyeglass, sunglass wear company that, why pay $300 to go to Lens Crafters? I've never understood that. FreshBooks, go freshbooks.com/sweat. Get a 30-day free trial. Get that accounting software. Direct deposits the next day. Go freshbooks.com/sweat and try grasshopper.com/sweat. Don't be a jabroni and have a Google voice number for your side hustle, your business, anything professional. Try grasshopper.com/sweat. Gets you $75 off your business phone line, a scalable phone line. I have it. I use it. And you know, I'm not just the president of promoting this ad. I'm also a member. All right, let's get this show started. Howdy Daddy!
What about my sweat equity? Sweat equity. Sweat equity. My sweat equity. My sweat equity. Sweat equity. What about my sweat equity?
We're going.
Have you seen Kevin Hart on Rogan yet?
No.
You haven't listened to him?
No.
I want you.
Maybe back in the day, but not recently.
Well, I like his motivational. I like that he's motivational. Like it will get you kind of fired up to like get shit done that day. But just like I like listening to Tony Robbins every now and again. I just don't want to worship at the altar of him, you know?
Totally.
And
I'm with you though. I like Kevin Hart. I'm not afraid to admit it.
I look, not my favorite stand-up. Like
No.
I've listened to it. I don't know if these are jokes, but I'm not the audience. Maybe, you know. But my favorite thing that I was listening to it while I'm packing to move. So I have it on YouTube, and I'm like, he sounds either like he's starting to get the cadence of like Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson
Right.
now. Like,
You better come with an impression of what you're talking about.
I can't do it, man.
Oh, great.
I thought you were going to be able to pull one up. Come on. It's Daryl Hammond could do it.
Up from where?
I just want to make a game. Yeah. Like we do that. Like we pull up clips.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm trying to remember Al Sharpton. You talking about like sing-songy.
Okay, maybe it's Jesse Jackson. That's who Daryl Hammond did because he used to do the eyes.
Oh, yeah.
That was like his impression of Hook. Was like, but it's like a weird like. It's because if you listen to Chris Rock, you can tell like he had a background going to like he probably had a preacher in his family. Like you can kind of tell.
That
like
seems inappropriate
no, it's true.
to say.
No, it's true. I look. You know I'm a comedy nerd. I know that's real, but he mimics a lot of that. He said it.
Okay.
Look, the way he repeats stuff, right? And this goes for business too. Like, you know, say what does it say? What you want to say 3 times or whatever. So it gets the message across. That's kind of why I do it in our pre-roll. I'll say our call to action link because for whatever reason 3 times gets
Is
it in
the
people's
charm.
heads. Yeah. Well, people do that when they do like I'm bad with names, so I have to say someone's name 3 times out loud, kind of thing.
Yeah.
To memorize.
Or
so
you just forget it 30 seconds later, like I do.
Yeah. Or
and then never ask them again, and just make up nicknames every time you see them, so that you don't have to let them know that you don't know their name.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah. I
pragmatic business advice. It's easy.
When I was on my game for that, because I was like, this is a problem that I don't know my neighbors' names, and I don't know, I never know my neighbors' names, and I never know like the people at the gym you see all the time. Like I have conversations with like 10 people at the gym.
Really?
Like I see them more than my best friends, right? So it's like, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you their name if you put a gun to my head.
Well, sure, but why are you talking to people? It's so weird. You're the guy going around chatting people up.
People talk to me. They're like, "How do you get that hair flowing so nice? How do you get those buns so plump?"
You just hang out by the bench. Can I get a spot?
Yeah, it's a sad day when you're like, "Hey, can you help me do 225 once?"
Yeah.
Totally. But going back to the game, when you listen to Kevin Hart on Rogan, just see if he's got that cadence. And yeah, Chris Rock had a preacher, I think it was his grandpa. So the way he goes back and forth on the stage, it's calculated. He repeats his setups.
Oh, that's for sure.
Women be shopping. Women be shopping.
Yeah.
You know, like
always be shopping.
Right. And you don't, unless you really look at it like that, like unless someone someone pointed it out to me a long time ago, and I was like, oh yeah, that is weird. But you just throw, well, he's got a huge arena or theater he's talking to, so that makes sense to project a little bit. But no, he does it to kind of like give it a little more emphatic kind of setup, which I think is interesting.
Okay. So what did the Kevin Hart thing have to do with it? You're saying he's getting more preachy?
He's getting just a weird cadence. It's like he's getting those pregnant pauses, like a very soulful,
like past due,
Jesse
the due
Jackson.
date.
You're just gonna have to watch it. I just want to see if anybody else is hearing that,
okay,
or if I'm crazy.
All right, let us know, everyone.
What are you doing? Looking all white trashy.
I got my Spring Break 2020 shirt on, yo.
Tank tops are either like good or just white trash.
Why can't they be both?
Yeah.
This one's a knockoff of the White Claw logo.
Oh, wow. How contemporary.
Got that fluorescence.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's pretty great.
Mad Beach, St. Pete,
yeah.
Beach.
We went over to the beach. We went there last weekend. It was fun.
Did you do it on the beach
Nope.
with the wife? Marital relations? Sand
Nah.
in your crack?
Dude, I don't even. I don't.
Did
the
you
way it
get
worked.
dad mad about all the shit you have to bring out to the beach from the car?
No, we did the good. We got a hotel room, which is the smart
Nice.
move.
Smart.
It's just so much better to be able to at least shower off the disgusting
Oh,
sand.
no way. I love it. Give it to me. I like the sand. I want that salty kind of brine feeling all over me.
Yeah, but what's better than that is getting it off of you.
Nah, man.
You let it
Nah,
soak
man.
in for however long you need, and then wash it off. It's great.
Well, you're never going to get your dreads going that way by taking showers.
Yeah, well, yes, hair joke. I got it. I'm wearing a hat. My hair's falling out.
You do, like, on my side, I don't know how it comes out in the output, but you look like you're in just a room of just nothing but darkness.
Yes.
Like, it's literally like
Good.
the mic blends into part of the wall, and all I can see is your skin and the white on the shirt and headphones.
Okay. Well,
How does lighting work?
how does
I don't get
lighting
it.
work?
Yeah,
If you
because
put the light on it, I mean, it's on my end, it's not. So you're getting the video coming from my laptop through the Zoom call. So you're not getting what the people at home are getting. Because I've got a Mevo behind you, and that's what's actually going to be going out for me.
And now as you were talking, everything just lit up. I think it's because you're excited.
Yes.
Zoom knows.
He's finally
you
talking about
think-
something positive.
Do you think we all know TikTok's a Chinese operation to get everybody's facial recognition, right?
Right. Yes, of course.
But no one's really talking about Zoom.
Oh, shit.
You know, like Zoom might be the real if that's a real threat, you know,
Yeah, they've
how-
got us.
and how does anybody's iPhone in China unlock? JK. JK, it's not racist. 'cause
Probably
they
pretty
don't even-
easily.
they don't have iPhones. They just make them.
Right. Can't
yeah.
afford those. Expensive.
Shout out to
shit.
Foxconn.
Yeah.
Sponsor this show, Foxconn. Yeah.
The company that makes the nets outside Foxconn.
Now, was that story, that NPR story that came out? I always heard after the fact that story was blown up a little bit. Like,
I don't care. It's way better if I just think that there's dead bodies hanging from the buildings of their manufacturing plants.
okay,
Not in a
pretty
good
dark.
way.
Pretty dark.
It sounds dark, but when I do it as a joke before, it's kind of lighthearted. It's not that bad, you know. But when we start to actually talk about the reality of what we're, envisioning here, it is
Are you
dark.
okay?
Yes.
Do you need betterhelp.com? I liked it. I used it.
We only have a 2-story house, or a 1-story house, so I don't need the nets.
Yeah, I got you. What? You wanted to make fun of me for playing pickleball?
Well,
So want to get this
where do
out of
we
the way?
start? The name? What is it? I mean, pickleball
Well-
sounds pretty homoerotic. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
It's what they call a grinder game.
Okay,
And you
good.
meet up with other fellas in parks.
Were you the pickle or the
sometimes-
ball?
Well, that's the secret. I can't really give the game away because part of it is supposed to be kind of a secret society. Like they don't.
Hide the
they're really-
pickleball.
They're really big about don't share this online. What you're doing in the bushes, but. Shout out to Cheeseman Park in Denver. What up?
Uh-huh.
But I know all the gay bush areas in the country. Remember that was a huge thing growing up.
No.
Gay,
No.
that was a phenomenon.
What?
Before gay dudes would meet up in parks and bang it out.
Oh, that's just from
All over
something
the
about
country.
Mary.
No, that's a real thing.
Sure.
Dude,
I mean,
okay.
I
I'll tell you a
guess
story.
yes, I believe
I'll tell you a
that.
story.
Before the internet, sure.
Cheeseman Park, that's a real place. My one of my best friends grew up across the street from there, and he used to tell us about it. We went to Denver. We went to his mom's place in Denver before going on a skiing trip one time, and literally we're driving by, and this is 2005, and there's literally like two guys like we set it up. Two guys like walking out of the bushes, one picking up his belt and pants, and I was like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "Yeah, that's Cheeseman Park, bro. That's how."
Well,
that's how it
Tampa
rolls."
had, I thought the one in Tampa was actually St. Pete. Like when you go over the Howard Franklin Bridge, you first get off going towards 4th Street, like the very first exit. You know, you have that long stretch of like mangroves and like places where people fish.
No,
No,
no, but you do.
maybe I
How
dreamt
was
it.
it?
Maybe I dreamt it.
Was that your Boy Scout team out there?
I will not suck. I will
By
not
the
be
way,
sucked.
they're getting they're they're done, right? Boy Scouts.
I don't know. Are they? Yeah, I guess.
They only make ookie cookies. Okay, we're getting silly.
Sound effects.
Yeah, you got no effects on.
I know.
What's it called? But yeah, that existed in every city multiple times over in every big city. But
I like how you ping pong for making fun of me, and then now you go back to being the expert on the situation.
I'm trying to close the loops on a bunch of tangents I'm going on.
Well, okay.
As a broadcaster. But pickleball. All right. So I used to play Venice Beach when I lived out there. It's called paddle tennis. Pickleball, kind of same thing. It's a smaller tennis court. It's like if ping pong and tennis hooked up and had a baby, that's what this game would be.
Okay.
So it's like a lot of older guys like to play it because apparently your joints don't hurt as much because you don't have to do as much running as tennis.
Okay. What's the one with the ball that's like just a sack? It doesn't bounce. Squash? Is that squash?
I think so. Yeah,
the
squash.
difference
Pickleball is fun, man. It was like speaking to the gym, I was getting all stressed out from moving and trying to get a bunch of work done yesterday, and made myself go work out at the gym, following all the guidelines, 6 feet away. I yell talk at everybody anyway, so I don't even get close normally.
Unnecessary, of course.
No one can handle the power that's coming from these thighs, these buns. You know, I wear my hot pants.
You're all lower body.
And I'm a T-Rex. That's how I roll.
Yeah.
But what's it called? Man, talk about business model for gyms. That's fucking rough. Like,
yeah.
How are some aren't even open around the country. That model is kind of tough in general. Like, I was thinking about it last night. If this happened, if all the shutdown happened for gyms in like December, January, because they make all their money in January.
Right. New Year's resolutions.
New year, new you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get on the gram and show everybody my new me. But I was thinking like there'd be a 90% just closed down rate, because the whole gym model is kind of silly, because it's like, oh, we're counting on our people to be lazy and not show up.
Sure. Yeah. To meet those the fire marshal restrictions. It's really what it comes down to.
Well, no, like the volume of it, they're like, if everybody came one day,
right, they wouldn't be able to do
30 minutes, they couldn't fill everybody. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a weird ratio thing.
That's
I'm
a
sure
funny.
It's set.
That's a funny kind of. I was thinking about that too in relation to a lot of what other businesses rely on Americans just to, kind of not follow up, like definitely
gift cards.
credit cards, gift cards for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Any currency in the ether.
Yeah, sure.
Where you don't have tangible,
yeah,
like tangible cash on you is
sure.
Debit cards too.
Yeah, whatever kind of rewards. Buy coins for our website.
I was trying to think of like what can you think of any, like off the top of your head, any or like, well, we know Americans, they'll sign up for that. I guess a lot of subscriptions now with that kind of psychology behind it.
Yeah. In terms of like recurring stuff that you'll never use, probably how about grocery delivery service shit that like they're like, we'll give you a 2-week free trial. It's $99 a year after that. And then it's like, fuck that. I'll remember to end the trial, and then you pay for it. Think you ended the trial, forget about it.
Yep.
And then there you go.
Yeah. One thing, if I'm on my game, I'll put in my calendar, remember to cancel this.
Yes.
3 days before I have to, kind of thing.
Yeah. You could do the
Um,
gift card. There's certain credit cards now that like you can use as a trial entry thing, gift card, credit card, and then
yeah.
it won't automatically renew without you hitting a button or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know which one it is. Google it. You Google it.
I,
You, the
I
listener,
don't want.
Google
I
it.
don't. I don't
Not
want my
you.
computer. I don't want my computer to
I don't
explode.
want you to do anything online.
I know,
So,
because thank God I have ExpressVPN. You
right.
know, who knows what I'm looking up?
Yes.
I use that gift card company to like, oh cool, you send in your card and they'll pay you, and it took like, God, those things online. If anybody looks at them they have a pile of gift cards and they just want to get some cash out of them. These things suck because you think like this should be instant, like
No.
put in the code, get cash immediately. I don't understand why there be any physical part to this. It's like
Yeah.
send it in, like type in the code of the card, then send us the card too.
Right. Well, they probably aren't
Yeah,
paying you until they're sold on their end. It's
yeah,
got to
but
be why, right?
that's not. I assume. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, I didn't know this was like going on a marketplace. Otherwise, I'd just put this on eBay or something. You know?
Yeah. Craigslist.
Yeah, Craigslist is rough because it's like you have to spend. It's
a lot more effort.
You have to filter out crazies, right?
Yeah. There's a lot more effort.
I like selling stuff on eBay because it's just like I don't have to interact with you.
Right.
Or have you heard of ThreadUp, by the way?
No.
That's like a Poshmarkish company where you sell clothes. But what you'll do is they'll send you a bag and you can just drop a bunch of clothes in there and then send it to them. They'll just give you cash for those clothes. And then anything that's worthless, they would just put to donation.
Yeah. I mean, is it even worth doing? What was it? What was that store? Plato's Closet?
Yeah. So it's kind of like that, but not.
Here's my
shitty.
$120 Abercrombie jeans. We'll give you $7. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Well, they put the prices on there, so it's like any clothes that you bought, like Old Navy, it like gives examples, like up to $30. You're probably only gonna get like a couple bucks back. Up to because Plato's Closet had the same formula. They weren't like
Yeah, it's like GameStop.
GameStop is like a little bit more
egregious.
No, I would say like just more specific because everything's like it's cartridges. It's not like there's only a few gaming systems, so they know exactly the pricing.
Yeah.
I love Plato's Closet when women would come back and bitch about like, I gave them these these jeans from the Gap, and they said they're no. It's like they don't fucking know.
Right.
They're just looking up like a Beckett's baseball card guide of like Gap jeans.
You also, like farted in them a couple thousand times. Like there is a devaluation there, but whatever.
Yeah, no.
You
no
just
one
looked
sure.
like I was accusing you. I was talking to this person who traded it.
No,
like,
not
I
me.
didn't fart in them.
I queef. All right.
Right.
I queef out of my fupa in my Gap jeans.
Those high-pitched ones.
But ThreadUp's it's an interesting business that at least it's a little bit more transparent on what you're going to get from that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you can't really donate anything right now, so I guess you might as well, if you have clothes, try it with there. Like,
you can't?
Nah, I mean, I haven't tried it in a couple of weeks, but go into spring cleaning mode when we're on quarantine, and then get all these clothes to donate. I'm like, oh, well, they're not going to take this stuff, and all like donation boxes were locked up and stuff because
really
they don't know what's on it. They're not going to analyze these clothes like.
I didn't even think about that.
Easily, very highly infectious. Throw it that pile of the other clothes.
Well,
I don't think it lives that long. I mean, this is reasoning from a month ago. We didn't know as much, but
but you weren't down with any of you weren't down with any of it from the beginning.
What? Oh, the coronavirus. Jeez. You wearing pants right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell you, I did a Zoom call. I sent that to you. I wore suit pants for a Zoom call because I had to wear a suit in the Zoom meeting.
Right.
And then walked outside. My neighbor's dog bit through my goddamn suit pants, and I'm already I've already conceded the fact that they're not going to pay for the tailoring.
No.
The pants.
Right.
Even though this dog should be fucking put to goddamn sleep.
Dude, I mean,
and I love dogs. And
to
I'll
rip
cry.
pants that's
Dude,
legit. That could
it
hit
was like
an artery.
It was like an alligator. Like it just like it was just chilling. Like it was like a stoic, like it looked like one of those dudes that works out too much and his traps touch his ears. It kind of like not Spuds McKenzie. I forget what kind of dog this is. Pit bull, probably.
Oh, I was gonna ask.
Like 90s rap video pit bull. That's like, you're not going to my house in the hood.
Right.
That would be that kind of dog.
Yes.
And this dog like just was chilling, had 2 leashes on it. I'm talking to my neighbor about why is there 2 leashes on your dog? And then she was telling me
this is why.
I kept my space. I kept 6 feet and more. The dog fucking just chilled like an alligator. If you've ever watched the nature channels where they're just like
big time,
they're about to fucking devour something, trying to get some water.
Yeah.
And it was just like, fall, and fucking lunged at me.
What did he have the 2 leashes tied together to make the leashes longer or something? What was he doing?
She. God. There are women in America, Eric. She was trying to get this. It had one underneath and one on top, with like the Under Armour for dogs.
Did it look like legit, or did it look like she threw it all together?
No, it was legit, but it was just like, it's not going to work. This dog sucks because for whatever reason, it's just a bad dog, or it's going to be untrainable. There's just some that
I don't get it, man. I mean, like, sure, there's pit bulls out there that are fine. I just don't understand these people that are like, that's gonna be my thing. I'm a pit bull owner, and I will come at you if you talk shit about pit bulls.
Yeah, this is my
neighbor. They do have a record. Just saying.
That used to be a big deal too. Speaking of like back in the day, gay hookups in parks.
Oh, good. Let's touch
in the
back
90s.
On this.
Well, it's called a callback, Eric. You know, the listeners like it because they are here to hear the
comeback.
Yeah, we go. Oh, I was there. That's why it works. That's why it works on stage. You do a callback joke at the end. It's a cheat code. It's like people were there. They're like, oh, yeah, I get that reference because I was here.
Joke.
I was here when you told that first one. Yeah, but it's that thing of like, pit bull attacks used to be like a huge news story back in the day, and now don't really hear about it. Just murder hornets bullshit.
I didn't even engage in the murder hornet situation. I don't want to know. Don't even tell me what that means. Murder hornets. I mean, it sounds pretty self-explanatory, but I hope it's not as bad as it sounds.
You don't even know about that story that was trying to break 3 weeks ago?
I guess I'm going to hear about it now, huh? Give it to me.
They're Japanese, mostly.
Can they do anything right over there right now, man?
I know. World War II, right? Am I right? But I'm saying in Washington, someone got stung by one that may have killed someone or I don't know, something like that. They can kill people, but they kill like 50 people a year.
Yeah.
And it's not like.
So somebody got stung and died, and they wanted it to be.
Or they found them in Washington or something, and then since it's so slow news before cops are killing black people again on video, I should say on video.
Yeah.
That what's it called? That story broke like fucking Joe Exotic, you know.
Oh yeah.
I was like, Tiger King's only popular because there's nothing going on.
Yeah, I did see a dude online that I didn't know what it was, but he was like, I'm gonna sting myself with a murder hornet. And
so now you've seen it.
Well, I saw that. I didn't know the story behind why everybody was talking about it.
Because it's a non-story. Because you're smarter and it wasn't even worth looking into.
Right. That's that story. I was like, okay, what would be the legit answers to fixing murder? And I'm like, I'm not doing anything that would be necessary to protect myself from murder hornets. If they come at me, they're coming at me.
You know, in your marketing 101 class, they'll break up audiences, like in a wave. You got your first movers that are first adopters. Then you got your laggard. That is the biggest part of the bell curve of everybody. That's your, Apple would consider their laggard audience, our parents that are over 70 or whatever, or actually my mom turned 69 and
Nice.
didn't like the joke I made.
Was it that?
But, huh?
Was it that?
Well, no, I mean, on your
Did
mom's
you ask
house,
your mom if she was going to 69 your dad for his 69th
I wish
birthday?
that's Tom Segura's bit from your mom's house. God, that's so funny. But what's it called? Now I've lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So that's the laggard audience for them, right? Any tech stuff. My mom just got like an iPhone 5 and is fired up about it.
Yeah.
And what's it called? I think our approach to taking on news stories, because we don't trust the media, is we're that now. We're in that part of the bell curve of how stories hit and how people find out about it. Because it's like celebrity news. I don't look at any of that shit. I really try to not avert my eyes even at the grocery store because I don't want to know any of that. It doesn't do any value for me.
No.
I get it. Like I don't make fun of people as much anymore that like it, but I feel like it's gonna make me forget math at some point. Like you just know too much shit from TMZ.
Yeah.
That's useless.
You only have so much hard drive space.
But like I'm gonna hear about it eventually, right?
Yeah, exactly. Let it come to you.
A Kardashian was ugly and now hot. I'm gonna see it because so many people are gonna talk about it. Eventually, it's gonna trickle over.
Yeah, they look like different people.
Another side tangent.
You want to talk about? Okay, you want to bring it back around? I saw Khloe Kardashian on Kevin Hart's What the Fit YouTube show, and she was on there for 5 minutes talking, and she's like, oh, because of, I don't even remember. Maybe she said Lamar or something, talking about Lamar, and I was like, no way.
Odom.
Yeah, but she looks just so weird, just like the plastic surgery and whatnot.
Oh, like recently you saw it?
Yes.
Oh, because the picture, she looks like Denise Richards now. In the pictures I saw, I was like, damn.
Yeah. It was a positive change, but knowing that it was that dramatic, it's also negative. I'm like, dude, what do you do? Like, I can't imagine the amount of money and surgeries and whatnot going on in that family. It
bums me out when I think about how many women know about that, think about it as an option. And I've always kind of, any female friend of mine I've talked to about like any of that kind of stuff, like you want to make fun of them. Hey, yeah, go spend, half your life getting ready to go out. Right. But I'd be like, what the best way to look good is like just taking care of yourself and like getting really in shape. And magically those clothes fit a lot better and you don't have to use Spanx.
Okay. So who have we alienated today?
Everybody.
All of Asia.
Oh, white people are terrible too. Look.
Oh, we are
clearly we're not doing really well right now.
Okay. Who else?
We get lumped in with
probably the cops.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
It's a fun game to go on Facebook to see how people are reacting to this news and like how many white men I know that are not even saying anything. Like,
dude, yeah, that's another one where I'm like, I don't have the energy to feel this again, man. Like, it's just so gross. So gross.
Someone was like, I was talking to a friend, she was like, it sounds like you don't care about it. I know I care, but it's like, I don't really have an opinion on it. That's going to be a lot different than is just disgusting and terrible. And I don't speak for any group anyway. And I wouldn't speak for another group I'm not in the demographic of, like it's gross. It's terrible. I still think we have more access to this stuff now. and
Sure.
it has been going on, statistically, you can make an argument more white people get killed by cops.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's maybe.
no, that's
I
no.
doubt it.
Okay, look it up.
What? Worldwide?
Google it, bro. Google
I
it.
can't Google anything right now.
No, not worldwide. That's gonna juke my stats here.
Yeah. I don't. Okay.
Or black people kill other black people at a high rate. Like there's a lot of things you can look at. It's the angle of statistics to make your point. You know.
Sure. And I'm not. It's more of just. I like to. Let's
They're-
make
but
sure
they're
this
all
guy
terrible.
goes to jail. Let's make sure this specific guy and the guys that didn't do anything that were watching this happen, they should be in jail, not like they're fired. That's what the bullshit is when they don't go to jail. Like, dude, you murdered a person. Like, that's if you're not a cop, you go to jail. Like, neck on
Yeah.
foot on your neck, and then that's the problem. It's like
Yeah.
it's all this like, well, protocol is this, and it's like, no, just let's worry about this one guy. Or 2-3 guys, whatever it was that were there, and handle it case by case, I guess. I don't
And
know.
they have to know. They're aware. It's that primal rage out of. It's from Michael Lewis's book, Boomerang, I think, where he talks about you become a fireman because you want to help people, but you become a cop because you like authority.
Yeah.
And what's really is still interesting is they know there's cameras, like in a conscious level.
Hmm.
They're aware of that. There's cameras everywhere. It's not like they're that out of touch. They're very aware that there's cameras everywhere. Yet that primal fuck it like just overrides that.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
And you would think that would be a deterrent, but just like red light cameras, it's not.
It's a hard job, that's for sure. Like, I can't
No, it's
imagine.
fucking dude.
Like,
That's got to be.
I do
tense
understand
all the time.
people snapping and like that can happen, but like, oof, that guy was just like, bro. He had many chances to not make that happen. It's like it's worse.
I didn't look at the video. That's
Well, I mean, you can look at a still picture and realize, oh, he could have ended that. He could have let him up. Like that's all he had to do. It's not like pulling a
I didn't
trigger
know what
and then
happened
boom, it's done. I can't go back
but
in
I don't
time.
even know what happened before the knee on the.
I don't
neck.
know either. But I'm just
So-
saying, like, just seeing a knee on there, he could have stood up, and that would have been. He had a choice to make, and he kept making that choice the wrong way.
Yeah. And then to bring it to a little bit business of the rioting, I just thought it was interesting. Because Minneapolis apparently rioted a bunch of targets.
Yeah.
And
CNN
so-
headquarters in Atlanta is like getting destroyed right now.
Well, it's weird that the business that prospered out of the metropolis it came from is getting
Take
shit
it
on,
back.
like targeted for the riot. I don't understand that. It's funny to me. So it's like in Tampa, if that happened, like Hooters would be
Amazon warehouse in Ruskin, wherever it is.
like, Checkers drive-through would be a fucking mess. Oh wait, it already is all the time.
Yes, of course.
Oh, they fuck up your order one out of every one times.
I'll be dining in today
I'll be dining in at your outdoor patio
at this
that
picnic
is
table.
bolted in,
Yeah.
and it's 95 degrees outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
We're ending this on a real bummer.
here's a pragmatic one I meant to mention earlier. For those subscriptions, you've got a bunch of them, right? Trim.co is a bot. It's kind of a bot app, but it will
Do
go
not put
through
that
all-
M on the end.
Yeah, don't put that in. It's probably
Don't
it's
do
either
it.
a really fun side or really bad. Trim.co, and it'll go through your subscriptions. So what's cool about it is it'll look at like your whatever you have for cable internet at your house, and it'll go, hey, we know our bots know that we can negotiate a rate down because they're doing this promotion, and it'll kind of do it for you. Would you like us to handle that? We can knock off $50, and it's very seamless. But it'll show you all the subscriptions you have, and it's just good to go through them and go, like, do I need Netflix? Like, cancel Netflix for a month and then, binge on it another month. But you don't
Go
need
get
it.
Quilby, the new one with Reno 911 as their like flagship show. I heard it's.
Oh God,
I didn't hear
Legends is-
Reno 911 was horrible, but I heard that whatever they're doing is not good.
Quibi.
I thought there was an L
I don't
in
know.
there.
Legion of Skanks was ripping on it. Their last episode was hysterical.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we've got some good guests coming up, and keep it in your pants, guys.
Pew pew pew.
Yeah.
Bye everybody.